Hey, man. Hey, looks like you're down in the interview channel. You got a working mic, bud?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Can you hear me?
I think, yep, I can hear you, and it looks like you're on the stream and the VOD as well. Cool. How's it going, man?
That's alright. Going
Okay.
alright.
By the way, just out of curiosity, not a huge deal. Can you hit your webcam button? Turn on that webcam. So I just like when I see people face to face when I talk to them, especially right? Because right, in terms of autism diagnosis, is bringing people's facial and expressions are pretty big, right? So I would like us to read each other's facial expressions and possibly make eye contact, because autistic people have trouble with that. So if we're really going to determine who's autistic here, right, that webcam button will make it easier. Not that we care what you look like or anything. It's just it would make the diagnosis easier.
Are you gonna stream this?
Yeah, of course. I'm live on Twitch, bro. Right? You were in Twitch chat. I'm obviously live on Twitch. Welcome to the show. Or
I'm watching. How big of a delay is there on your stream? Because it
can't be much of one. It's maybe just because I've been streaming for a few hours. It's like where do you see me right now on stream?
I mean, you're playing Mortal. I see you riding your horse.
Yeah, where am I going to? Am I going into anything right now?
Honestly, I quit playing that game like.
Well, I'm just saying, I just went into a house. So whenever I go into the house, it's gonna be when the stream catches up. So I'm in the house.
Okay, I can hear myself. I just couldn't hear myself at first. Maybe you didn't activate the audio or something.
Yeah, who knows?
Where's your webcam?
Well, I'm right here.
I see you on stream.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I guess.
I can do the webcam too. Right? We're
I mean,
talking autism here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think face-to-face would help in that category, right?
Sure.
Yeah, alright. Just waiting for my other tard to come in the house here, and I'm gonna... Actually, fuck it, I'll just close up right now. Yeah, the kids died anyway. Okay, cool. I guess still got the armored one that I was riding. Alright, so I'm safe here in the house, relatively speaking. Just gotta... to go to windowed mode here. Windowed mode, we can bring up Discord. Gonna drag over the Discord, and now we can, yeah, cool. You have video, cool. How do I... Oh, there you are. Hey, man. How's it going?
Oh, you haven't been able to see me the whole time?
No, I was in the game, right? So now I brought it up. I see you. Looks like you're in a house with peanut butter pretzels behind you there.
Yeah, this is... My girlfriend got me this the other day. It's fucking massive.
Nice. Yeah, those are pretty good. I mean...
It's kind of a mess. I mean, they got shit everywhere.
Yeah. Is this just your living room, then?
Yeah, it's my living room.
Okay. So you were a former Mortal Online 2 player then?
Yeah.
Okay. Then how do you learn about me and my stream? Just out of curiosity. I'm always curious.
I think I found your stream just from... I mean, because not a lot of people stream this game. There's and there's usually like maybe like 5 to 10 big streamers, which is like not really big, but like more than like 50 viewers.
Yeah, which by the way, I was easily at 2 years ago, right? I don't know if you ever watched back then, but I was usually in that 70-80 range. I wasn't Barados or J45K, but I did, reasonably well. I feel like I always rub some people the wrong way. Like you see that with first-time chatters, like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? Is this guy autistic or something? Kind of like your question, right? Right? You were wondering about if I have autism, right? That was your big question here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. It was honestly, it was a half troll and a half serious question. And I know that asking that is kind of disrespectful. And I'm honestly saying this genuinely, but I'm sorry.
Okay.
And I think a part of it is like your tone of voice or how you speak or whatever.
Sure.
Maybe, I don't know if, maybe... I don't know. You just have a funny voice.
But, I mean, everyone's got a tone of voice. I mean, you've never heard yourself on stream. I mean, we're hearing you right now on stream, bud, and I find your voice a little funny, right? There's nothing seriously wrong with it, but it seems a little funny to me. It's just a voice, though. Everyone's got their own tone of voice, their own way of talking. You got your
No,
own.
it's not even your voice, it's just that your way of speaking and how and what like,
Hmm,
I don't know, it's like when I like
it's hard to put
it's
in
how
words, but you think it must be autistic or something.
no, it's I think it's something about Mortal Online
Hmm.
and something about how you're talking like when people PvP in this game, especially when I watched you like maybe like a year ago, like you were like 1v5ing
It was
like
like 2 years ago when I used 125 pets, so I would have had three 125 direwolves until they nerfed it, and I would have been using 125 tar dogs. They auto hit very well. They did good damage. I would support them with T lashes, and yeah, the build's designed for 125 pets, right? So you're seeing me take on 1v5s, kicking guys' asses. Yes, that sounds accurate. Sorry to interrupt. So yes, I'm kicking people's asses.
I don't remember you using pets though. I remember you were using a mage build of some
I guess
sort
originally it would
and
have been Dread XOG, which is a Dex mage. Then I switched to Little X because I had fun using the
okay.
pets. So it's two
Yeah.
different things, I guess. So
Um but yeah, what's the city that's between Fabernum and like to the east?
Tindrum,
Like
or wait, to the west toward the ocean would be Tindrum, and then south of
but
Tindrum's Meduli.
it's
You're
the PvP town
Pranesh.
that people
Pranesh. That's
Tranesh
where we were
is
based out of as Content-Levia, right? That was right. We used something called the Pranesh Empire Discord. So right, no, you know Content-Levia as a guild, right?
oh
It's basically
yeah,
two different guilds. They're like one
they're
guild.
they were the worst. I
Worst,
mean, yeah, they're the
as
worst.
in you mean
I mean,
they're
as in they like just control the game. Like
yes,
the
I
whole
know.
game is just based off of like two or three
Yes.
guilds that get away with cheating and
Yes,
exploiting and
3 years
doing
ago, it
anything
would
they
have been Con
want.
Levia. I was a day one Con member because Gotcha got me in instantly. So now I was part of Con Levia from day one. Stayed part of it till they collapsed because of a civil war. Right, I was barely playing because I was crashing every 30 minutes. But yeah, Levia started teal killing content in Grenache. Battle lines were drawn. Levia won, I think, the initial battles. They took control of Grenache. Uh, and yes, I was a long time Content Levia member. When they saw me on Tatsuya stream tag Levia, they were just like, "Oh, Dread, which side are you on?" Right? They weren't booting me. They were just like, "Dread, so whose side are you on?" Right? I could pick either Content or Levia, and I just went. You seem bored here. Is it? You find history boring, Merc?
No, I'm honestly I'm interested. I'm
Okay.
listening. I'm like lost
Well,
in
I'm just saying
thought
a lot
because
of
like
people get booted from Levia. Like Entrails got booted, Happiness got booted. So, and this is like a much diminished version of Levia, right? Like instead of like the badass guild of like 3 years ago, right? The modern Levia, right? Still, I think thought of them as elitist, but it wasn't really the same thing, right? Circle was just like a random member on just one character. I don't even know who the fuck was running it. It was mostly blue players. They seemed like a blue bounty hunting guild. Really, Happiness was one of their top mages. It just wasn't really the same guild, right? It's like in a game where 2 years pass, you go from a game of 2,000 connected clients to like 200, right? You might have the tag Levia. It's not really Levia. I was tagged Levia when Levia was Levia, and I was given the choice. Which side are you on? I was like, geez, guys, I don't really want to take a side here, but I guess because kind of recruited me, I guess I will just stick with them, right? Because, just out of loyalty. They're like, yeah, okay, we get it, Dread. We're going to hit the boot button on you, but you're not really getting booted. You're just being, for technical reasons, being removed from the guild just because you're technically staying with content, but right, you're not really getting booted though. So I never got really got booted from Levia. Right, basically I'm saying I was a stand-up content Levia guy, both content, both Levia. I fit in on both sides. I was pretty fucking cool, pretty cool guy, well-respected guy, and yeah, right. You get the story, right? Do not get booted from Levia despite the Civil War, and me being on Conant's side is basically me being pretty fucking cool, right? I don't know. Maybe that's
it,
too much of a ego story. I
yeah,
don't know. Is that
I'm just kind
sorry?
of
Sorry, Merc.
I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm so sorry. But
Well, I'm
you
just
said
well.
you said there was a civil war and you didn't get booted. You
Well,
just
because
left.
no, it's confusing because we were all merged with Levia, right? All content members, and outside of a handful of leaders, were merged into Levia, right? So I was tagged Levia.
Even if they
Even if we're
technically
content, you're
weren't,
technically content, right? Even if you're
but
technically
if they were
content,
in a different guild, they were still
yeah,
technically
for
like allied.
for like just logistical reasons. I forgot the reason. We're all merged into Levia. I was a Content member that was tagged Levia, and I'm saying even 2 weeks after the start of the Civil War, I was barely playing because I was crashing, but they saw me in Tatsuya stream tagged Levia, and I'm just yakking it up with them, and they're like, "Yo, Dread, which side are you on?" And I'm like, I don't know. Guess I'll stick with Content. And then they're like, "Oh, okay, well, Dread, you're a really cool guy, right? Right. We end up booting Entrails in the future. He thinks he's really fucking good at the game. We boot Happiness, who people think are really cool, right? They get straight up fucking booted. Me, they're just like, okay, you can make a choice. I could have said Levia. They would say, okay, cool, welcome on board, Dread. Here's the Discord. Welcome to the new Levia. But I was like, I guess I'll stick with Content out of loyalty, right? It was a loyalty thing because they were the ones that recruited me. Gotchas got me in on day one. So I was right. It was just more like, my heart said Levia, my brain said Content. I went with Content. And they're like, okay, Dread, we're gonna hit the boot button. Right, you get what I'm saying? We're gonna hit the boot button to remove you from the guild, but you're not really getting booted. It's right. It's just kind of like a technicality thing. You're staying with Content. We're just gonna have to remove you from the guild because of it. But unlike say, a guy like,
I completely forgot there was a guild named Content. I thought you were saying like
no, I'm not like I'm creating content or something, right? No, content, the guild. You have to know what content is.
Now. I remember now. Yeah.
So I'm saying
no,
you get it now.
You got to understand.
I was never booted from Levia, so I'm just saying a lot of guys were getting booted from Levia before this, after this. Guys who would fail VOD review, people would be like, hey, let's see your VOD. And they would turn out they suck dick at the game, they get removed from Levia, right? And right, because we're all merged into Levia, right? All guys are getting booted and removed for all kinds of reasons. I was like one of the few people to never get fucking booted, right? Entrails got booted, Happiness got booted, all these guys are getting booted. So I'm saying, what do you think about me as a person? If I'm so fucking cool, I never got booted from Levia, despite being Content, despite there being a civil war. They instead had me make a choice, and I could have said either or. I could have been like, yo, I'll stick with Levia, and be cool. Welcome on board, Dread.
Yeah. Are you still with them? I'm still confused.
Kinda. So yeah, actually, yeah. So here's how it works, Merc. So Levia recently broke up. It wasn't really Levia anymore. It kind of become like a blue bounty hunting guild, a bit of a joke, but there's still some old Content-Levia guys there, right? Like Circo, a few cool guys like that. So they splintered, right? All the old Content-Levia guys, all the cool guys, all the name players, all the people, almost out of a couple exceptions, which we'll go over, joined Mern, right? Right? So you understand this? So if you're Content-Levia from 2022, 2023, you joined Mern, or you joined NBK, Natural Born Killers with Nibe. Right, so that's two different. Right? You look bored. But I'm just like, it's a guild that splinter, right? Like, like when Empire or Kingdom falls apart, it might splinter into different parts, right? You're following me, Mark?
Yeah, no, I get you. I just wanted to mention that, like, I only have like 300 hours in the game.
Oh shit! So I'm probably boring you then. But so you understand history though, right? So
I don't know like all the big name players.
Okay, so pretend this is like the collapse of the Soviet Union on a smaller scale, right? So they're breaking up into splinters. So one splinter's Mern, old Content-Levia guys. One splinter's NBK, even more Content-Levia guys. And then another splinter is basically like a Murda kids, right? You know Kidney and Mango? Do you remember them being Content-Levia back in the day? I'll answer for you. You don't, because they're in a Murda, right? Were you an MK ever, Merc?
Was I in
MK, right? Yeah, MK backdrop, or like Murda used to camp it all the time. You might have seen Kidney or Mango there. I'm saying, right? So where were you during your 300 hours, right? Were you MK, Babernum, Tindrum?
What is the coast city?
On the East Coast, West Coast?
Maduli.
So you're a Madulian, okay? So. Oh God!
I wasn't originally. I was in Fabernum, fucking around with what's the Odin seed? Obviously,
okay. Which,
because
by the way,
yeah,
my girlfriend's the queen of Odin seed. Does that surprise you?
Really?
Yeah. They actually named in a rank up ceremony, named Queen of Odin seed. Little X problem. Queen of Odin seed. She's declared multiple wars.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Does she stream?
Well, she was streaming earlier. She told me she was at 10 viewers, so she had me get on to try to help the view count. But yeah, see the name of the character. Look at my character name. Do you see the name of the character? Can you read that, Merc?
Oh wait, yeah, that was your name. That was you.
Prom, and yes, and Lux Prom was named Queen of Odin Seed in an official rank up ceremony. It was like a whole role play thing. Like she was actually named Queen of Odin Seed, given a bunch of ceremonial garb, really sexy, like blood silk Tendramic attire. She gave a speech. She got Gyarados to act like Dredo G on his stream for a few streams. As in, people were saying, "Why are you acting like Dredo G, Gyarados?" He's acting like me. And then I inspired him to declare a huge ACT war this summer that resulted in a serious attempt on Kotal Keep. We almost took it. We also rubbled multiple strongholds with the dust. So that was all inspired by me. And then I even got him to declare another little war against Kotal just here a couple weeks ago, which I was thinking about making a YouTube video about. This is a very kind of obscure, relatively unknown skirmish, but that's where they sent an army to North Shore. We destroyed it. And then we retaliated by destroying multiple assets of theirs. They sent an army to the jungle, which the Jungle Alliance destroyed. And then the Jungle Alliance retaliated by destroying assets of the Companions. Right? So there was a whole war that happened, Merc. And it took place over 2 days. I caused the war, and then we kicked Kotal's ass during it, right? So right. So there's a lot of depth to the game, right? There's a lot going on. You're kind of an armchair quarterback just sitting in Twitch chat going, "Do you have autism, bro?" Right. Well, all this is going on. You don't know any of this, right? You don't know any of this complexity. You don't any of this nuance.
I'm confused. Do you take this like super
Yes.
seriously, or why? I just don't
Well, I'm
understand this
saying, well,
game.
you invest in anything, right? You have so much time in the day. You invest in anything when you take it seriously.
I mean, yeah, like that was one of the things I didn't like about Mortal was that it just felt like it felt like two full-time jobs. Like, and I
Okay.
just don't understand like how people. I mean, it was fun. I think like the game has like some of the best like social interaction in an
Mm-hmm.
MMO that I've ever had. But like the game itself is just so like I don't know, it's just so broken and janky and people take advantage of exploiting
True.
and
That's true. Now that's
ganking
a good
and
point. And now I'll
it's
stop
like how could
talking over
anybody
you
take
here.
this game's
That's
say
a good
what?
point. No, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Yes. It's you ever played Darkfall online? It was a
No.
similar game to this, but it came a little before this. Darkfall came out in 2009. It was an open world PvP game, full loot. There were sieges, there was huge battles, and yeah, it was very janky. It was very exploitable. Tons of duping exploits, different kinds of exploits. Um, People would hack, cheat. They would do something called sticky back, where they'd be flying in the air, sticking to your back and stuff. Right? It was a way to get in constant melee hits. Right? Very obvious hacking, cheating, and then server
Older
issues.
game,
Yeah, it
right?
was an older game. They tried re-releasing it a few times. It usually goes through the same cycle where people kind of play it for 6 or so months and then dies off again. But yeah, very harsh open world PvP game where you lose all your shit. People lose their assets and stuff and quit the game because they lost all their shit. And yeah, it has a lot of similarities to this game, right? Same thing. This game easy to hack, cheat, dupe, do a bunch of horrible things, and then yeah, you're like, how can you take this seriously, right? It's a game with right now probably 400 players, and then yeah, people duping, cheating, ESPing, aim hacking, lag switching, right? Using dupe legendary weapons and armor, right? And duping for gears when really nasty little things and stuff. Just basically being like little shits, right? Losers, right? And yeah, so how can you take it seriously? Good point. I
And it's not even like just taking the game seriously. It's just like at 300 hours, I was like, holy shit! Like I feel like I'm just like wasting my life. And I just feel like there's a certain point where I'm like, how could anybody stack up resources in a game like this? And
you ever hear of bagging? That
um,
was an exploit
like,
called
yeah,
bagging.
yeah, yeah,
You remember bagging,
yeah,
right? And
mm,
remember
yeah,
Putin? He was a big bagger. Basically, whenever Putin died, he'd keep all his items in the bag or something, right? Or it's saying
yeah,
he'd leave a body bag, but it'd say in his inventory or something like that, right? I mean,
yeah.
I'm so bad at
I
remembering what it
remember.
was, but the way it worked out by bag, right? It all stayed in a certain bag. You drop everything else, but it was in that bag what you'd keep, right? That what they called
Hmm.
it bagging. At least half the
Hmm.
server was doing it. Eventually, the people got busted. Like half the server got banned. We called it the bagging, where one day
Yeah,
there's like
I remember.
1,500 players here. The next day there's like 800 players, and we're like, well, geez, what happened to the other 700? Right? They were bagging. They were all cheating, right? And then
Right.
there's always been stuff like that. Every few months there's another thing. Sadly, of that caliber, either known or unknown, where yeah, guys are just fucking cheating their asses off, bro. And yeah, you're right. How can you take it seriously? I guess I don't take the game seriously. No, I sort of take my Twitch channel seriously. I take my what I'm doing on Twitch seriously, right? Does that make sense? I don't take the game seriously. It's a backdrop to my Twitch channel, which I take seriously. Does that make more sense?
Sure. I mean, I guess.
Because why shouldn't I take it seriously, right? I mean, I'm wasting time here. I'm playing it. I'm here
I
live
get
on
it. So
Twitch.
it's like you're taking the game seriously
And then if
because
something cool
you want it to
happens,
be good for your stream.
yeah, for my stream, right? It's a backdrop to the story I'm telling on my stream. I can highlight stuff. I can play music. I can rant. I can tell stories. I can weave an epic tale of history. Like I was trying to tell you about Content-Levia. You were kind of glazing over, but perhaps some people would be interested in that, right? Right? What's better, me just sitting here bug-eyed, just staring at the screen, not reacting or being passionate, or me being passionate and actually giving a shit?
What do you mean by I was glazing over?
No,
I was
I'm
listening.
saying, do you want me glazed over? Do you want me glazing over as a streamer? Do you want your streamer engaged in the world and the lore and the story? Or do you want your streamer all glazed over, not caring? Because it's just a stupid game with a bunch of cheaters.
Um, I mean, it just depends on what type of audience you're trying to
Yeah.
appeal to. I mean, if you're
Okay.
trying to appeal more to like PvP people, then whatever. If you're more into the role play and PvP, like I guess there's a combination, but I guess it really just depends on, the type of audience. But there's a weird audience for this game, and
Hmm.
I just
Well, of
I
course.
just don't understand it.
Well,
I mean,
let
I
me give you an
understand it,
example.
but
Thievery. He's on Twitch as the name Thievery _ Goldspurg or something like that. And yeah, he's the avert leader. That's a guild. He believes in every single conspiracy theory you can think of. You name the conspiracy theory, Merc, he believes in it. Like, I'm not joking. And then it got to the point where I realized this, he's so fucking crazy talking to the guy, right? He's talking about the shadows on the smokestacks of the gas chambers, right? If you look at the shadows, the sun's at this position, the shadows at this position, therefore based on the position of the shadow, the photograph must be fake because you get the implication, right? That he's trying to make there about the smokestacks, right? He's a conspiracy theorist. He thinks like a minute detail.
and you're
Like,
talking about IRL,
no,
like
yeah,
he's not
no.
like
This is Thievery Gold.
yeah.
He's acting like this right now. On my Twitch chat, right? See him?
This
See the
is
name?
like his
See
personality.
him? Yes, this
What are
is
you
Thievery
what are you crying
Goldspurg. Do you
about?
see him? He's
Yeah,
the
I
real
see him.
name. I'm not just making him up. He's the avert leader, the leader of an entire
Gold
guild.
Spurg. He's spurging.
Okay,
He's spurging
so
y'all.
yes,
Sorry,
he
I can't
believes some
help
crazy
myself.
shit, and here's a way to stump him, right? Just bear with me here. I'll ask you first. Hitler, good or bad? Just go with your gut instinct. You don't have to overthink it. You hear the name Hitler, you think good or bad? Go.
Oh shit! You're putting me on the spot. Oh
Hitler,
man,
Adolf Hitler,
Adolf.
good or bad? Just your gut
I'm
instinct
gonna
on
have
this
to
one, Mark.
think. I'm gonna have to think really hard and
Okay,
long on this
all
one.
right. I'll let you think, bud.
I mean, he was a good speaker.
Mm-hmm.
He did rally the whole country behind him.
Mm-hmm.
He was a good um
He was
propagandist.
nice to animals, wasn't he? Like, he had dogs over his whole life.
I
And
I don't know about that, but
okay,
I mean,
well,
I've heard that some people like his artwork. I mean,
yeah.
I haven't really checked it out myself, but
But then,
um,
of course, there was a whole war of annihilation, genocides, massacres, tens of millions of dead from World War II. In the
mhm.
net overall, right? Despite him being a good leader, rallier, whatever you're saying here, Mark.
I'm just
In the
joking.
big, I
Obviously,
know, in the big scheme of things, just go, right. Just be serious for a second. Good or bad? Just be serious.
bad.
Bad. Okay. And I answer the same way. Bad. And now let's ask Thievery, Goldsberg, and Chad. Right? You're saying these are weird players that play this game. He's the guild leader of Vert. Let's ask him the same question here. All right, Thievery. Hitler, good or bad? This isn't meant to be a stumper. This isn't meant to be a trick question. I'm not even saying there's a right or wrong answer. I'm just answer the question, Thievery. And by the way, do you know why he calls himself Thievery Goldsberg? Do you understand what what he's trying to hint at there?
Because he's Jewish and has Asperger's, and he steals.
No,
I don't know.
no. Keep in mind, he's far right conspiracy theorist. I mean, what do you think? You think he's
So it's
Jewish, or
like
you
a
think he's
play on.
yeah, or you think he's maybe anti-Semitic, and his name Thievery Goldsberg is supposed to be like Thievery, right? Right? You can tell what he's getting at with his name, right? Never mind.
Yeah.
You can see what he's far right conspiracy theorist, very anti-Semitic, doesn't think the Holocaust happened, doesn't think
Are you
Hitler was
memeing
bad.
right now? Is this like your friend and you're just
No,
like
no, no, we're not.
trolling?
He's a real guy that plays the game. He's very racist, very sexist, really a
Why do
horrible
you
guy.
allow? Why do you allow him in your chat?
I told my mods to deal with him. They gave him a 24-hour timeout. I wouldn't mind if he goes away forever, honestly. I just think it's funny that, because we talk about crazy people that play this game, this guy's like the perfect example. He's a guild leader, and his whole guild's like him, right? It's all guys. It's a guild full of thieveries. It's like they all act like him. You know, remember Jefferson from 3 years ago? Probably not, but he's in Thievery's guild. He's an avert, right? I mean, and yeah, Jefferson was the weird guy that was PMing me stuff right after he lied about being a blood core and a keeper of chaos, and I busted him. He's like PMing me stuff about the vaccine, right? Like, you must have gotten 12 vaccines. You're so fucking dumb and crazy. And it's like, again, I'm not going to get into whether or not people have the vaccines or I have the vaccines, right? You can kind of tell what type of guy he is, right? Obviously, a far right, anti-vax guy. And I'm not even saying that the vaccine's a good thing or a bad thing to it. It's just, I'm going to leave my personal opinion out of it. It's just, you can just tell what type of guys we're dealing with, right? Of course, Jefferson then joins with thievery. And has thievery answered the question yet, Mark? Remember, so the question is, Hitler, good or bad? Just go with your gut instinct. The first thing that pops in your mind when I say the name Hitler. Do you think good or do you think bad? Go. It's not meant to be a stumper. It's not meant to be a trick question. You answered it. You said bad. I answered. I said bad. Woogie Boogs. A Hitler. Good or bad? First reaction. Right? So I just think it's funny you ask thievery this because it's like a stumper, right? It's not meant to. That shouldn't be a stumper in civilized society, right? When you ask someone Hitler, right, the main catalyst of World War II and the Holocaust and stuff, that shouldn't be a tough question, right? You might think it's weird I'm putting people on the spot with the question, but it's to make a point, right? That thievery is so fucking far right, conspiracy theory crazy. A simple question like that, he gets all twisted up on. He cannot give you an answer on it. And see how he fucking thievery.
So just go ahead.
I'm saying thievery Goldsberg. He cannot answer a simple question like that, right?
And what's your whole point with all this? I don't get it. So he's like a crazy person.
You said it's all these crazy people that play this game. I'm giving you a perfect example of it, and then doesn't that help prove your point that you're like, it's just crazy people that play this game? I'm like, here's a guy that believes in 50 conspiracy theories. He yesterday he was because like when he was in my stream, he was all like, just answer the question. What does NASA mean in Hebrew? Just answer the question. What is that? Right? Isn't that kind of crazy,
bro?
So I'm thinking this is an example of a crazy guy that plays the game. It's to illustrate your point. You said it's all crazy people that play. Well, here's a guild leader. That's all crazy.
I didn't mean like politically or conspiracy. I meant like.
But that's an example. Crazy
like
though, right?
Neckbeard, basement dwelling nerds, like sweaty, like PvP, like just gamers that are like that live on this game.
Now here's another thing. So Henrik Beard says you literally pretends to be your own girlfriend, talking about others being crazy. Now here's the thing, Mark. You seem like a smart guy. Do you think I'm pretending to be my own girlfriend when I turn the voice changer on, or am I just kind of role playing and doing a bit on stream, right? Do you think when you hear me put a voice changer on, I'm talking like a girl? Do you think I'm seriously, pretending to be my girlfriend, or do you think it's like just a thing for entertainment?
Didn't you use a voice changer at one point? I thought you did.
Remember, Lil X Problem, was a voice changer I used like 2 years ago, and the issue people had wasn't that it wasn't funny or they didn't understand the potential. It was just that the voice changer was really low quality. It was very kind of robotic sounding, and it would sound kind of crackly, kind of, right? That was the issue.
I remember when you would get it like prepared to like when people would try to talk to you, and I thought it was so fucking funny. I was just like, dude, this guy is like, he's like playing as a girl and he's got a voice changer, and you were just super good at the game. I was just like, this is so fucking funny.
Yeah, like I was in a video called The Witch in the Woods where some guy was bounty hunting me, and I just dunked his ass. Like, even off stream, I would create content kind of for the game just by playing a character. The Witch in the Woods, more online too. hunting the witch in the woods.
It's a simple
I
job.
think I gave you a Prime
You
sub
pay
at
a
one time,
fee.
and
You get a
you
target.
said something like, "Oh, you didn't
Now,
have to do that." But yeah, I'm gonna
maybe
give you another.
sometimes that target's a little more than you can handle. What do? You take a step
I
back,
can't remember
right?
if that was you.
You reassess. Call in some friends. Well, my target was a small mage known to live in the Tintrim Woods. Now, she was a real
Oh, are
piece
you
of
pulling a
work.
clip up?
A couple hundred
Yeah, I'm
dead
playing the
to
video,
her
right?
hand.
Of the so-called voice changer, right? So he's hunting someone. He says she's a real piece of work. She's a witch who lives in the woods. Here he comes talking to her at her house.
Food? My horse is very fucking hungry. I'll pay you for some horse food. Hey, do you have any horse food, sir? Oh, he's gonna come outside.
I'm coming out.
Oh, this is from his perspective.
Yeah, and look how nice I am.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Well, your luck.
Hey,
I
brother.
said a tiny little bit here.
And keep in mind, the criticism was it didn't sound very good. Not that it was a voice changer, right? So things have changed in the last couple of years.
Hey, what's up?
That's
Oh,
all
you're
I
so
got.
nice.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so
Okay,
much.
I remember. That shit's funny. It
Wait,
doesn't sound like
so I'm
real,
sorry.
but
Actually,
like super real. But it
I've
sounds like
ulterior
believable.
Yeah,
to a
do you?
certain
Yeah, no,
degree.
but do you think I'm like actually trying to be a girl, or do you think I'm kind of doing it as like a bit, or
it was
play
totally a
character,
bit.
or to
It was
role play?
totally a bit.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
you would hear that, and you wouldn't think this guy's trans, or he's pretending to be a girl. He's trying to trick people.
Watching your stream, I didn't think that. I didn't.
Yeah,
think
when you
that
think
at
I'm
all.
like a content creator, just role playing a character and trying to create entertainment, or do you think I'm like, right? Look at the people in chat right now. It's like Woogs gets it. Obviously, he's a longtime fan, but you got guys like Thievery and then another guy who are, yeah, Henrik's Beard. They're both trying to pretend this is like me trying to seriously trick and deceive people, right? Isn't that kind of weird interpretation? Why would you be watching the Twitch entertainment platform, see a Twitch streamer entertaining, and then take like that interpretation that you don't understand that this is another example of just entertainment, right? Role play, playing a character. Like, why would you think it was me seriously trying to trick people? It just, to me, that's so mind blowing that they think this is meant. I'm trying to fool them into thinking I'm actually a girl, and it's not just me role playing and playing a character in the game, right? It's like, I don't know.
Motives.
Can I ask you 2
yeah.
questions?
There's
Sure, bud.
You're
Yeah.
a wanted.
Do you
woman,
watch or
I
like
guess?
anime?
No.
Okay, well that's good. Because like
Do you?
that's a
Yeah.
thing like a lot of weebs do. I mean like I used to watch anime
What's
when I
on
was
your
younger.
T-shirt? It looks like Pokemon.
It's Halloween. It's just a generic Halloween shirt.
Yeah, I thought those like those ghost Pokemon or something. All right. Just a Halloween shirt. Okay.
Henrik's Beard says, "No, you're cringe as fuck acting like you are your own girlfriend. We're not talking about two fucking. Why do you keep these guys in your chat? And that's my other question
Well,
is that you
I wanna
said you take your stream seriously. Why do you keep the trolls in the chat?
Well, because you can riff on it, right? See how I riffed on Thievery and right?
I mean, that's true, I guess.
Yeah, you riff on it, right? It's like if they're not breaking Twitch TOS, I have a thick skin. I'm not gonna take it personally. Yeah, of course, I'm concerned that a guy with like Thievery has some really horrible ideas. If he shared all of his ideas, we'd be shocked and horrified. And as a civilized society, we couldn't accept it. But yeah, if he's just behaving in Twitch chat here, not breaking the TOS, why should I worry about him, right? It's just a chat, bro. You can just either riff on it or not riff on it. You can look at it or not look at it, right? I mean, you're like saying if I'm taking it seriously, why leave in my chat? Well, if I'm taking it seriously, wouldn't I be taking it so seriously I can handle it as a streamer that actually wants to act professional? I'm not saying I'm a professional Twitch streamer, but can I act professional and just ignore guys that are trying to get my goat or just say dumb shit, right? I can choose to riff on it. I can choose not to. It adds more to the stream, right? Doesn't it?
Yeah, and honestly, I like that more than like
Yeah.
like a lot of the bigger streamers who are like, "Oh, you said that about me? Ban."
I know.
Like,
They sit
I
there
think
banning
that's,
everyone.
the
It's like,
most, like, it's just like the dumbest shit, and it's like the least entertaining. It makes me dislike them so much more. It's just like just ignore it or just fucking like meme on them or something, you know? Like it's
yeah. And of course, if you have a big active chat and maybe some guys being really disruptive, it makes sense to remove them. Like E-Tech, right? E-Tech will spam your chat for hundreds of messages in like 30 minutes. He completely dominates the chat. Nobody else can talk. He's on all kinds of crazy tangents. So, yeah,
why
it
does
makes
Henrik
Sorry,
But-
Eric said,
guys,
why
I'm
this guy
sorry.
not like free speech? And then also he's like, here, the games obviously didn't, nobody gives two fuck about the gameplay. No, you're cringe, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But why did he say,
Yeah, so he's saying a bunch of horrible stuff about me, but I don't think he's breaking Twitch TOS. So I mean,
well, why did he say, why this guy not like free speech? Who's he talking about? Like,
who
what the fuck
knows?
did we say about free speech? Like,
Again, these people misinterpret, right? I mean, that's why they take the so-called voice changer so seriously. That of course, whatever we're doing, they're gonna greatly misinterpret, right?
yeah.
And the things I've speculated on why that is. Why does the MO2 community attract these type of guys, and why do they take things so literally? Why are they constantly misinterpreting, not understanding? And I kind of speculate as like, because you look about my age, right? You're at least in your mid-30s, right, Mark?
I just turned 30 this
30.
year.
Okay, so you're still, I don't know, maybe of an age where you grew up maybe going outside, riding your bike, touching grass, playing with friends. And I think
Yeah.
maybe right after that, right, kids would
Mhm.
start getting handed tablets at age 4, right? You're probably right before tablets became a thing, right? When you grew up, I'm guessing there was Nintendo, right? There was
I mean,
game
I grew up in
systems.
90. I mean, yeah, I grew up way before tablets. I
Yeah,
mean, not
yeah.
like, I was like, in junior high school
Yeah,
by
so
the time
a lot of
we
these
were
guys are
having
gonna be like
that.
mid-20s guys, 20-year-old kids, right? Some of them are almost like
Right.
half the age as me, right? It's hard to believe, but some of them are like literally half my age. And then when I think about their childhood, they turn 4 instead of fucking running around playing in the neighborhood and learning social
They're-
skills and playing with friends, touching grass, joking with friends, learning how to understand sarcasm and humor, right? They were handed a tablet at age 4 and just played Minecraft every day for years, right? Their brains are like wired differently than ours, Merc. And then a lot of these kids that grew up playing Minecraft on tablets from age 4 to adulthood are now in MO2 with us, right? They're now in our game world, and their brains didn't develop the same way. Like I don't want to say like, oh, they're all autistic, but there's a spectrum. They're at least somewhat on that spectrum, right? Where that's
Right.
why they don't understand joking. That's why if I turn a voice changer on to play my character in role play, they take it as I must literally be trans.
Oh, this
And,
guy's like gay, or like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
a
or something
fucking,
like that. It's
he's a
got to be
queer.
that. Yep, it's got to be
Like,
that.
yeah,
It's got to be like a
no,
culture
I
war
get it.
thing, or I'm pretending like I do this bit where I let her on by jumping off my chair. Like it's very slapstick and over the top. I'm like, oh hey babe, you want to play for a bit? And I literally jump off my chair, Merc, like right to just hop off the chair. Like I'm jumping off to let her on. I turn the webcam off and I let her on, and it's very slapstick, right? It's over the top. Like, oh, you want to get on? I'm literally jumping off the chair, and they think
By
that's
the way, I
Yeah.
can't see your camera in Discord.
Oh, sorry. You'll have to look at it on stream, I guess. Like I try to turn it on, but probably because I have OBS on and the webcam's on for OBS, I can't turn it on here, unfortunately. So I guess I
No,
do
but
apologize.
I want to address this. Sorry for
Yes.
cutting you off.
No, go ahead.
This guy, he was saying something about how I said, why don't you just ban them?
Mhm.
And honestly, I don't know. That is a good question because but at the same time, it's like when you stream, like that's your sort of like income for a lot of people, and I think that like it is necessary for streamers to like sort of create like a community and an atmosphere where they can, get on and not have to deal with like people
Yeah,
being
and the thing is,
hateful or
though, I'm a
bigoted
very small streamer. 2 years
to a
ago,
certain degree.
yeah, I had more momentum, right? Before I stopped streaming for 2 years, right? I came into MO2 with, having streamed Asheron's Call for years straight, right? I could get up to 50 viewers in Asheron's Call. When I switched over to MO2, I had the momentum of those 50 guys wanting to watch me in a new game. You then attract some MO2 viewers, right? I'd be seeing at maybe 80, 100 viewers. I'd do pretty good. And a lot of the guys there would be like my Asheron's Call guys, right? Guys who get me, guys who get my sense of humor. They're here just to watch me and stuff. And then half are maybe the new MO2 viewers. And yes, it was a much better community, right? Guys like eTech who were way off, just spamming the chat with nonsense. I just banned them, dude, just so the chat couldn't be uncluttered. But I stopped streaming for 2 years. I came back, and it's like, yeah, the guys from 2 years ago aren't really here. Like Woogs is, a few other guys are, but they're not consistently here. And it's like I'm trying to attract a viewership from the current MO2 community, right? So you got to work with what you have.
the game is dying, man. That's what I'm saying.
I know, but it's the only game I've streamed since coming back to streaming. It is the game I'm streaming, whether I like it or not, right? And this is the community I have to deal with. And it's like, do I just ban every single one of them because they're all like a little goofy or off?
Yeah,
right?
that is a hard spot to be
right,
in,
as long as, like I said, as long as they're not breaking Twitch TOS, sure. If you're looking at chat here, yes, thievery probably seems a little off, right? Some of these guys, right? They're saying things that just seem kind of off. They're in some weird side debate. Henrik's beard must be an Avert member because he's really defending thievery, right? So you're gonna deal with guys like Avert's a big guild in the game, right? Thievery's the guild leader. He's got guys under him like this Henrik's beard guy, and this is what they're like. So I can either ban them, and you ban like 1/10 of the community from your stream, or you allow them here, and just as long as they're not breaking Twitch TOS, you just allow it, right? It's a tough call. I agree. It's a tough call. This is not necessarily the community I want. But it is what it is. I can ban all these guys and go from 20 viewers to 0 viewers, or I can have these guys be my 20 viewers, right? I mean, I agree. It's not an ideal situation, but it is what it is.
They must like something about you. Like,
I don't know.
That's the thing. I don't think people.
Well, here's what's funny though. Let's see if they're even following the stream, right? I mean, they're watching every single day. They're critiquing. I guess it must be hate watching, right? I mean, I've never hate watched. They must be hate watchers, right? Whatever that is.
I personally hate watch streamers and sometimes YouTubers, but
so Henrik's beers are following for 3 days, 1 hour. So I mean, at least he's following, right?
Your mod's telling you to go to bed. He said you're delirious. Just because I agree.
Okay, he unfollows since I'm not pro free speech.
I believe he said you were an all-star quarterback. Dread OG.
No, excuse me, Woogs, are you talking about me? Do I sound delirious? Keep in mind, I popped a gummy, bro. Not Dread. See, he's talking about thievery. He's saying thievery sounds delirious. I was gonna say, you're talking about me? Of course I'm acting a little goofy, bro. I popped a gummy, and yeah, they have a huge effect.
I haven't seen thievery even say anything profound. Like everything he's said is just
nonsense.
Fucking nothing. He just said nothing the whole time.
He really feels that they need to say it, right? He's really got to vocalize it and inform us of it. But yeah, what has he actually said though? It's like nothing. It's just it seems vaguely hostile. It seems vaguely, disagreeable. But there's nothing really concrete though, right? And nothing we can really bite our teeth into. It is just kind of boring. He's accusing me of not being free speech. He says he unfollowed me because I'm not pro free speech. Even though I guarantee there isn't
about me.
About you, but he's unfollowed me too because of it though. And I think he also means me. But it's like because he was timed out for 24 hours, so I think that's why he's saying I'm anti-free speech. But it's like, I don't know, bro. You think there's a Twitch channel on Twitch where you can act the way you're acting and they're gonna be nicer to you than I am, right? More tolerant than me.
What did the fuck? He said I chuckled at his shit joke. I don't even know. Well, I saw what he posted, but I don't know what he even replied to.
Cyrus the Grant says at this point is MO2 didn't allow and become a space for psychos, race, and toxic sludge. They have no community. Right. So it's what Osiris says. Either I allow these guys as long as they don't violate Twitch TOS, or I ban them all, and then I don't have an MO2 stream. Right? It is sort of awkward, and yeah, you might ask, was it even worth streaming then, bro? And yeah, I question that every single day, right? Every single stream, I'm questioning that. But yeah, all right. I'm getting a little tired. I want to make coffee to get a second wind here. I appreciate you being here, Merk. I don't know if this answered your question any better, right? So you came in here wondering if I'm autistic or not. I'm not sure if this clarified at all for you. But hopefully
I'm so sorry, bro.
No, it's not. No, it's okay. A lot of people ask me that. I'm used to it. But this is one of the rare times where I was able to get a guy in Discord and say, okay, let's have a chat then. And yeah, I doubt you have a much clearer answer. You might still think I'm autistic. I don't know. But either way, I hope you're having a good time. I hope you enjoy the stream. And I hope you have.
Can I ask you just one more quick question?
Please.
Okay, so this might be weird, but like, does Ogmir still play the game? And what was your opinion of Ogmir back when he was like doing all that crazy trade scamming?
I was like, if it's allowed by game mechanics, he should be allowed to do it, but he should be known as a scammer and a piece of shit. So yeah, if he's just tricking people legitimately and just stealing, then I guess that makes him a thief. People should factor it in when they deal with him. But if he's not actually exploiting or cheating in any way, then he shouldn't have been banned or gotten in any trouble for it. I don't think he did. Now, of course, he did that whole. Remember when he would stream? He went from like 20 viewers to 800 viewers. You remember that phase of Ogmir's MO2 career where he was an 800 viewer MO2 streamer? Did you do?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Do you see this? Oops, I brought up the statistics there. So this was statistics. This was a channel or a web page that would show you actual viewers. So it says Ogmir TV's reported Twitch.tv viewers was 483. Actual users in chat room was 26. So at this point in time,
botting.
Yeah, Ogmir, right. But
I believe that.
Yeah, I know, but Beardos, J45K, all could push 200 viewers. I could maybe push over 100. Most people would have had 20 viewers. Ogmir usually had 20 something viewers. Very good stream, very entertaining. He was PvPing, roaming, and he's a decent player. But then he also went from like 20 something viewers to like 400 plus viewers, bigger than Beardos, bigger than J45K, right? But then if you're
talking about Ogmir.
Yeah. So if you ran his channel through this website, it would say his reported viewers was 483, which is the number showing up on Twitch. But the number of users in chat room was 26. So he's still a 20 viewer stream. He was just view botting, right? Right? It's just weird. Isn't that weird that in a small game with a small Twitch viewer pool that he decided to view count for like 400 plus viewers? Like he was he was bigger than Beardos and J45K and that. And then when I pointed it out to him, I'm like, bro, you're doing a really obvious view botting here. It's kind of pathetic. He acted like I was jealous of him, that we're all just, this is what streamers do in this game. They're so negative. They try to bring down other streamers. And it's like, no,
what is he? He's Swedish with his fucking Swedish accent or whatever the fuck. He's just like, these guys fucking da-da-da-da-da.
With his 500 Twitch followers, he just suddenly blew up to 400 plus viewers. It's totally legitimate. He doubled up Beardos and J45K out of the blue. And he had no chat activity. And then, if you counted the users in his stream, it'd be like 20 guys, right? And he was all offended.
What did you think about him as like a player, though? Like, besides all the whatever shady shit. Like, did you think he was a good player?
He seemed well above average. You know, if the average player is just some guy you can just kill, right? I mean, it's a lot of fucking noobs that play, a lot of Care Bears, a lot of PvE guys. I mean, he was definitely in the top 10%. Where you definitely rank him as one of the the PvPers. If you did a tier list, Ogmir would be on it, and I would say he was a well above average player in terms of skill level. Just from watching him, right? Just his effectiveness, roaming around and how he did when he came across people, like he seemed well above average.
He definitely was like a little rat, or a snake, though, wasn't he? Like he's kind of like hiding in the shadows sometimes.
He's like a Vila, wasn't he? Like he had a Vila dagger guy, and then he made like a mounted arcane archer guy.
Yeah.
And then remember he was obsessed with following Lourdes around. Lourdes saw that ugly arcane archer character he made, and it just looked disgusting, right? It was like the ugliest Ogmir in the game, and he just was staring at Lourdes and kept following him around, and then eventually started attacking him as the mounted archer. Right, I remember that was the whole thing. But if he didn't like it, he seemed like a mean guy. Like he was like the type of guy where I didn't even like calling him out on the viewbot stuff because I didn't want him coming after me, kind of thing. But it's like it was just so obvious. It's like when people are asking me, "Oh, do you see Ogmir's at 800 viewers, Dre? What do you think about him blowing up?" I'm like, well, I guess. I guess I should call it out, bro. I guess he's got 20 viewers in his chat, right? Only 20 actual users. It says 800 viewers. It's obviously view botting. He has like 500 followers on Twitch. He's not magically getting 800 viewers in the MO2 category when Beardos gets like 150, J45K gets 150, right? And they're the top streamer. Yes, Ogmir isn't randomly at 800 viewers. It's really obvious. And that really pissed him off, right? That I called him out on it. He didn't like that. So then he was kind of against me a little bit, I guess. I don't know. But it's like, what am I supposed to say here, right? Am I supposed to feed into the delusion he has 800 viewers or something? I don't get it.
I was just curious because he was one of the first streamers I started watching where I was like, wow, this guy's really good and he's really friendly and seems like a good guy. But then over time watching him, I started to notice the people that were complaining about him and the stuff that like
Yeah.
listening more to how he would talk on
Yeah.
stream, and it just seemed like he
It'd
was
be
like kind
a
of shady.
little delusional, right? Like
Yeah,
egotistical,
and
delusional.
delusional. Yeah,
And the
yeah,
lying about obvious stuff is what throws me, because like you're obviously view buying, bro. You know you are. So if they're gonna sit there and lie about it and then try to spin it around as we're just jealous of you, we're just jealous that you're magically at 800 viewers when obviously nobody in this game would get 800 viewers unless they're bringing
yeah.
them in out from the outside. Like you're someone 1G coming in, you're gonna bring in the 1,000+ viewers. If you're Ogmir with 500 Twitch followers, who have been getting
Like he
20
thought he was
viewers,
gonna be
you're not
big.
magically getting 800 viewers, right? And then when there's no chat activity and stuff, and you can easily prove it's 20 users in your chat. It's just so fucking obvious, and then to lie about it and to get mad about it, and then be going after me over just calling it out. It's like that's weird, right? Right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. I'm gonna let you go.
Cool. All right. Thanks for talking. All right, have a good one, man.
Yep. Good talk, bro. See ya.
Yep. All right. Cool. That's okay. Now I'm pretty high, bro, so that affects the conversation. It probably makes me loop more. It probably makes me fixate more, right? It makes me go on more tangents. But there you go. We had a little chat with Merc in Discord. I was I wanted to ask him, so what's your takeaway? Now that you've talked to me for a little bit, now do you still think I'm autistic? Right? I wanted to have that be the tie-in and the tie, right? A good way to end it. That's how it started. He asked if I'm autistic, and then it ends with, okay, now what do you think? Now that we've been talking for an hour, what's your answer? Right? That was the perfect way to tie that off. I just forgot to ask. That was Merc, a guy in chat earlier that asked if I was autistic. Terkmerk in chat, I believe, and yeah, maybe he'll pop back into chat here, but I'm gonna have to go make some coffee. He says it doesn't even matter. You sound like a genuinely good person who's passionate about what you're doing. Cool. There we go. We got the answer. Right. Sometimes I like post in my little chats in Discord. I mean, again, it's just if I listen back and I find it interesting or something stands out. I mean, I'm probably too high and too repetitive for that to be a good conversation, but hopefully it was somewhat entertaining live there. All right, cool. BRB.